Jai Hind students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and safe at home. So after a short break, I am back with my first video lecture of grade 10th. So today we'll start with geography, first chapter resources and development. So first is that what is resources? Anything that satisfy a need that is known as resource, or we can say that if everything available in our environment which can be used to satisfy our need can be termed as resource. For example, water, flora, fauna, and so on. But there should be three conditions. That three conditions should be fulfilled. First is technologically accessible, second economically feasible, third is culturally acceptable. Now I will explain these three terms with the help of example. For example, there is a temple. So example is that, for example, there is a temple. एक टेम्पल है जिसके नीचे क्रूड ऑयल है, मीन्स पेट्रोलियम है. अब हमें वो पेट्रोलियम पता चला है कि टेम्पल के नीचे पेट्रोलियम है. तो फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज दैट टेक्नोलॉजिकली एसेसिबल, मीन्स क्या हमारे पास वो टेक्नोलॉजी अवेलेबल है कि जिस टेक्नोलॉजी की हेल्प से हम उस क्रूड ऑयल को एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकें. तो फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज दैट. सेकेंड इज दैट इकोनॉमिकली फीसिबल, क्या हम इतना इकोनॉमिकली हमारे पास इतने पैसे हैं कि हम उस टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज़ कर सकते हैं, या फिर वो क्रूड ऑयल इतनी क्वांटिटी में अवेलेबल है कि वो हमारे लिए प्रॉफिटेबल होगा. थर्ड कंडीशन इज कल्चरली एक्सेप्टेबल, बिकॉज वो क्रूड ऑयल किसी टेम्पल के नीचे है तो मे बी हमें उस टेम्पल को तोड़ना पड़े, तो क्या सोसाइटी हमें उसकी परमिशन देगी. सो दीज थ्री आर द कंडीशन दैट शुड बी फुलफिल. फर्स्ट, टेक्नोलॉजिकली एसेसिबल, economically feasible, third is culturally acceptable. So human beings use these resources and convert into useful articles with the help of technology and create institutions to accelerate economic development. Now we will study about the classification of resources. So there are four classification. First is on the basis of origin, second on the basis of exhaustibility, third on the basis of ownership, and fourth is on the basis of status of development. So first we will start with on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, there are two types: biotic resources and abiotic resources. Biotic resources are composed of living things and they have life, like human beings, flora and fauna. And second is abiotic resources. Abiotic resources are those resources which are composed of non-living things. For example, rocks and metals. Biotic, which composed of living things, and abiotic, which composed of non-living things. Clear? So next is on the basis of exhaustibility. On the basis of exhaustibility, there are two types. First is renewable resources and second is non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those resources which can be renewed in nature. For example, solar energy or wind energy. So the definition is the resources which can be renewed or reproduced by physical, chemical or mechanical processes are known as renewable resources. Second is non-renewable resource which cannot be renewed in nature. The resources one consumed cannot be replaced or reproduced. They are known as non-renewable resources. They take millions of years in their formation. For example, fossil fuels like coal, oil, etc. Now next is on the basis of ownership. There are four types on the basis of ownership. First is individual resources. Any resource which is owned by an individual, that is known as individual resources. The resources owned privately by individuals are called individual resources. For example, car, homes, etc. Second is community owned resources. Any resource which is owned by community or group of people, the resources which are accessible to all the members of the community. For example, malls, temple, parks, hospitals, etc. Third is national resource. The resources which come under nation are known as national resources, or any nation which has oceanic boundary, so up to 12 nautical miles, that portion counted in national resources. For example, government roads, canals, railways, etc. Last is international resources. The resources that lie beyond 200 kilometer of exclusive economic zone in the oceans, known as international resources, and no one can use these resources without the permission of international institution. It means the resources which are lying beyond 200 kilometer from there, that can be counted as international resources, and we need permission for using these resources. And last one is on the basis of status of development. Now we have that four. First one is potential resources. Resources which are found in a region but have not been utilized. For example, the regions Rajasthan and Gujarat have enormous potential for the development of wind and solar energy. But because of some lack of technology, we are not able to use them. Second is developed resources. The resources which are surveyed and their quality and quantity have been known and used for utilization, or we can say that we are using in present. For example, coal and petroleum. Third one is stock. Third one is stock. The resources that have been surveyed but cannot be used due to lack of technology. For example, water is a compound of two inflammable gases, hydrogen and oxygen, which can be used as a rich source of energy, but we don't have technical know-how to use them. Means we know कि resources are available in that particular area, but because of lack of technology, we are not able to use them. We have lot of stock of that resources, but because of lack of technology, we are not able to use them. Last one is reserves. The resources that have been surveyed and we can use them with present technology, but their use has not been started, are known as reserves. For example, the water in the dams, forest, etc. Means we know that we have the resources in, for example, we have that water in the dams, but we are not using them now. We are having the technology, but we preserve these resources for the future generations. So don't be confused between stock and reserve. Stock means we have that particular mineral or resource in so much stock, but we are not using them because of lack of technology. In reserve, we are having that particular mineral or that water, anything, and we are conserving them for the future generations. Now I am going to wind up this lecture. So you have to prepare all these notes in your fair notebook, which I have discussed today in this lecture. Again, we will meet in our next video lecture with new topics. Till that time, take care, stay at home and be safe. Thank you.